People in here that are supporting you. A lot of people are saying that you shouldn't have apologized. Kind of, what's your take on the apology and whether you should have apologized or not?
Let's
Part
just
of
say it's part
a
of a
greater
greater plan.
plan. Interesting.
Just Pearly Things joined the lead attorney's Instagram live and told on herself. In the clip you just saw, she just told you that her apology was part of a greater plan. And you're actually seeing the real Just Pearly Things. Not the person that pretends to be conservative and cares about men and cares about men's values. Not the person that's a traditional woman. This is the modern woman Just Pearly Things that you're seeing right here. I'm gonna play something that she said, and like I always tell you guys, pay attention to what is being said.
You had a stream with Obsidian the other day, and y'all had invited a lot of different content creators to come out. Some did come out, some didn't come out, but you kind of made a shot at the end there for the people who didn't come out. You know, what was that about?
Oh yeah. I took a shot at the men that are twice my age and afraid of coming on a stream with me and Obsidian.
Now, did you catch that? The lead attorney asked her about a statement that she made when she was on Obsidian's show. This is the statement. She said that people were afraid to talk to her face. Mind you, this is right after she made her non-apology video. And at the end of her video, she made it appear as though she wanted to talk to the public and to explain herself to everybody and make it seem like she was doing a good thing.
So I'm open to you guys' suggestions in the comments. I also invite anybody that's made a video about me or has comments to address with me to go on Obsidian's stream tonight. It's 8 p.m. GMT. Blessing will also be there. And yeah, you know, because I don't want to run from this stuff. Again, a lot of this stuff was not well thought out. A lot of this stuff I could have done better, and I do take full accountability for that. So.
Then once again, pay attention.
No, I just wanted to say thank you for letting me come on your platform. Yeah, it's really interesting that all these people that had so much to say about me all week had nothing to say to my face. You know, and I'm not trying to. No, I will. It's just interesting how none of them, you know, had anything to say to my face. I think if you are going to speak on someone, you should be able to say it to their face. So I'm just curious as to why they didn't show up.
At the end of this conversation, what did she say? She basically implied that they're afraid of saying it to her face. Now continue listening to what she says on this live.
You kind of made a shot at the end there for the people who didn't come out. You know, what was that about?
Oh yeah. I took a shot at the men that are twice my age and afraid of coming on a stream with me and Obsidian.
She said, "You are afraid of me and Obsidian." The last time when she was putting on the act, before she implied that they were scared because they didn't want to say it to her face. Now that she's not putting on an act and she spilled the beans accidentally, she said, "You're afraid of me and Obsidian." What is that telling you? That call-in show where she appeared to apologize was actually a part of a plan. When you got on that call, you weren't getting on that call to talk to her. You were getting on that call to talk to her and Obsidian. Not only that, but when a caller asked her to get off Obsidian's show and go on a different show, look at her reaction.
So I'm just curious as to why they didn't show up.
Are you willing to go to a platform to talk to them? Another platform. Like, but if they don't feel comfortable talking to you here, are you willing to go to another platform to talk? A ground that they choose.
My man, Obsidian says she's gonna go. Respect it.
Let her. You let her answer. She's listening. She can answer the question. Would you be willing to go to a neutral platform?
Yeah, but she needs to go. So, Pearl, I want to thank you for doing that.
Are they afraid of them? They're scared of Obsidian? Oh, okay.
They may
All right,
not-
I
they may not like
gotta
the
go
platform.
now.
She's a terrible actor. She's the one who's scared. Now, when you actually go back and look at that interview, what happened? Obsidian was running defense for Pearl. Someone actually backed Pearl into a corner and had her trapped. And look what Obsidian did.
Yeah. I want to address the whole slavery thing, right? Now, I got to call Cap on what she said earlier, because earlier, I honestly, it was so long ago, I don't know if she said it, but somebody alluded to, it's not her fault that Nick Fuentez brought up slavery within the interview. And I got to remind people, he did not bring up slavery. He brought up the Holocaust. And then she turned around and she brought up slavery and tried to make the comparison. And it's not the first time that I heard her mention slavery being via some other clips that I've seen. It seems like she has a hard on about slavery, and I'm curious to know what's her obsession with it.
I would say I've read Thomas Sowell, and he's written like 80 books on it. So I've read one or two, but I wouldn't call myself an expert, so.
Yeah, that's only one source, and he's not the most reliable source to go to talk about slavery.
I just thought like 80 books was a lot, but but it's then give me another source. We can go through some sources.
I give you a bunch of sources. I give you channels, everything.
The whole point is that you're just supposed to shut up and stop talking about it. But it's okay. It's okay.
No, you can talk about it, just be studied. Like if you're gonna bring up the whole black, like if you're gonna bring up the black slave, like you're gonna bring up Thomas Sowell black slave.
Hold on a second. If we want to be studied about it, then where's all the smoke for Nicole Hannah-Jones? Where is her study scholarship? Where is it?
I'm saying I always cook people talking about slavery. I always cook.
Exactly.
I believe right here, he cut the person off. This interview was clearly a trap.
You can be a Karen and a white woman, but you're not a Karen simply because you're a white woman. A Karen means a particular context. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Pearl, you can stand back on this one. Black folk, stop being so emotional, and to be brutally frank, stop being so fucking ignorant.
This was just shameful.
There's somebody in the chat room saying, a lady, I'll put it up here. A lady says exactly, you prove the point. She's targeting the black community. Why? Because it's a popular and lucrative area. It doesn't mean she cares to fix the problem. So she's supposed to fix the problems that black women have created. She's supposed to She's supposed to fix the problems that black women themselves have created. Black women have made billions off of black female fury. Oprah Winfrey is the queen of black female fury, and she's made billions from it. But you're mad because now Pearly can make a couple of coins from it.
If you tried to say anything towards her, it was spun into an argument against black women. And Pearl just sat there and let it happen. Why? Because she was in on it. Now listen to what else Pearl says.
Just wait. All I gotta say is just wait. And I got eyes out. I had my eyes open. And I was watching who would turn, who would stay loyal. And I took notes. So all you content creators that switched up.
Wow.
She's talking like a crime boss. She's talking about who would switch and who would remain loyal. She thinks she's the ish. She's talking about people remaining loyal to her. Now, if you don't know, people denounce Pearl for having Nick Fuentez on, and because of the foolish statements that she made. She made herself toxic to everybody.
Pearl, you f***ed up. You knowingly invited a white supremacist and a self-proclaimed racist onto a platform which is primarily supported by, at least initially, and produced by black people. This comes across as insensitive to downright nasty. You're interviewing a known Nazi sympathizer and an anti-black creator and not offering any pushbacks whatsoever. And in fact, you're adding in your own fake news regarding the embellishment or the exaggeration of slavery. Additionally, There are times within the conversation where it's laughy, it's jokey, it's kikiing, and not once in the interview did you have at least one pro-black stance. I completely, as I said on that stream, denounce your statements. And I believe that you need to be held completely accountable for your words and your actions. I can no longer work with you.
Now, content creators put out their heartfelt expressions about what she did. And what is her response to this?
Just wait. All I gotta say is just wait. And I got eyes out. I had my eyes open. And I was watching who would turn, who would stay loyal, and I took note.
This pretty much sounds to me like someone who doesn't give a damn. Well, that's my take on it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the King Lemuel podcast. Leave me a comment in the comment section. Peace.